So the TV on Film project, so it's going to hold screenings of rare and classic network fall preview reels from the 1960s and 1970s. These are all on 16mm film. It's going to happen at the Westdale Theatre, beautiful theatre in Hamilton. Tell us more. Veteran columnist, TV critic, and somebody we haven't seen in a long time, Bill Brioux, back on the show.
Tim, it's awesome. I love what you've done with the place.
Yeah, right.
This is beautiful.
Like a little paint job does a lot, doesn't it?
This is a beautiful facility,
Yeah.
so congrats to Channel Zero. But yeah, very, very excited about this. I've been collecting film. This is a canister of 16mm film, and it's a reel about a half an hour. And so I'm going to be showing these at the Westdale Theatre. So if you remember, some of the audience might remember back in high school, they would bring a projector out and you'd hear the clickety-clack. Well, that's what we're going to be doing right in the auditorium. I'm going to be showing this is on Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
The 1963 CBS Fall Preview Reel. And that feature shows you show at CHCH.
Well, that's why it correlates with our channel so well, because we've gone to the retro programming, which is extremely popular, and we're always rotating through a lot of these shows.
I have about 55 Dick Van Dykes on 16mm film. So at the Westdale on Saturday, you'll see the Dick Van Dyke show as part of the mix that you show every morning here at CH. And also like Ed Sullivan shows on this reel, the Beverly Hillbillies. They were the biggest things on TV in 1963. And then Walter Cronkite, this is the 1963 reel, so September. 2 months later, Kennedy's assassinated. Cronkite's on the air all day long. And the Beverly Hillbillies becomes the biggest show in television. America turned to the Clampetts in sorrow, and the ratings for those shows never were higher.
Take us through these reels. What are these reels? Like, is this something that this is what's coming up this fall, even if it's a new show or if it's a returning show?
That's exactly right. So it's sort of they would be sent to stations like CH, as you would share this to affiliates, and you might show these reels to auto dealers to say, here's what we got coming up, so you can advertise. And so the 63 one is like that, and I'm also going to be showing 2 reels on Saturday, the 72 reel, which has, what a year CBS had that fall. MASH, Maude, The Waltons, the Bob Newhart Show, all brand new shows that
Those were all the same season?
All the same season. Like they had usually 4 out of 5 shows failed back in the 3-network day. So to have 4 huge hits is really unusual.
Right. Do you go back to, because, I don't know, you've been doing this for a couple of years, right? The fall preview that's the big thing of the year.
I started at TV Guide. I used to write for it, and I started drawing for, or doing artwork, and we would make this fall preview issue. So, some readers may remember this little magazine.
Well, I was going to say, kids, here's the thing. So you couldn't press a guide on your TV to figure out what was coming up or where to look. Yeah. What you would do is you would get a TV guide that would sit on the coffee table.
It was old school.
Right?
Yeah. So, that's absolutely right. So, in September, right now we're in the 3rd week of September, this is when all the new fall shows would come out.
Okay, yes.
With a writer's strike, an actor's strike, and also streaming, there's no more fall launch anymore. And so this harkens back to the day when you could hardly wait to see the new shows come that fall.
Are you doing a Q&A? Are you like
I'll be up there.
So what do you want to hear from people?
Well, we're going to be doing trivia questions, but also, just put it all in context. Another show that started in '72 is Bridget Loves Bernie. Number 5 in the ratings that year, but why was it canceled? Why did CBS not stick with Bridget Loves Bernie?
I don't even know what that is.
This is how crazy it was.
Do you remember that? Do you know that? Yeah. Okay, Brian remembers it. Okay. Like, who was Bridget? Who was Bernie?
Well, it was David Burney from St. Elsewhere, and Bridget was played by Meredith Baxter Burney. Real-life couple, married. And the outrage about this show was about a Jewish man marrying a Catholic woman. And that's why the show was canceled in 1972. So we're going to be showing these time capsules. It really is sort of like come to the Westdale, be like getting into a time machine, and we'll go back to look at these.
Why did you go to the Westdale?
Oh my God, what a facility you have here in Hamilton. It's a beautiful theater, historic, a neighborhood, 1935 cinema, and they do all kinds of things there now. They have live plays, they do tribute bands, and so they're very welcoming, and we're going to do 4 shows, 2 in September and 2 in October.
But you've been doing this other places too.
I've been doing this for the network, for the industry shows for about 10, 12 years, for Rogers and CBC and others. This is the first time for an audience, and we're thrilled to share it. And there's going to be trivia prizes, really cool stuff. There's free subscriptions to some streaming services, things like that. So come and ask questions.
What time on Saturday?
Saturday at 1 p.m.
Okay.
and then Wednesday at 1 p.m. at the Westdale.
Right. You know who has a lot of knowledge about that stuff too is that guy we're throwing to right now, eh, Brian?
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed, poor mountaineer. I can do all those theme songs. I just love them.